To assist your user, sometimes it's worthwhile to make the information looks a little bit better. So one of the options that we have is that we can take any report and add some jazz to it. So for instance, under the project listing, instead of having my status as a common, just a common line, I could come in and add an advanced field. Yeah. So in this case, the advanced field, I can select from my buttons. Say for example, I have 3 buttons, and I can put this over based on my approval status, and this is called my approval. Okay, and I know this is approved if it's green. This is pending, and this is rejected. So I can put in one field for my status. So I can also add more fields. Say for example, I have a schedule status, right? So and then okay. So when I save this and apply this, my system automatically shows me in a lot more colorful. And now this is pending, this is approved. So this is so much more easier. Now, what if I do not want to see all the information? I want to build a search mechanism. I can come in and take this whole process and clone this report listing, and I will now call this project search. So when I do a search, one of the things I can do is I can pass parameter on how I want to search it. So by using the filter, I can say I want to search by project name, where it is like a keyword that I added. Okay. Maybe if it's the category is also the same as the keyword, I also want to return it. Or I could come in and select the scope, yeah. Or I can add in and make it even such that if it is the department, okay, is also like a keyword, I would be happy to come in to return those lists, right? So once I've selected, it will have a pop-up and you will know that I require a parameter. So in this case, I can specify the parameter that I want, which is the keyword. It's just going to be a text box, and I will search. Yeah. Now I can put the layout and say this one, it's going to have a search, same line, and I will come in and I will search this result. So when I'm done, I will save this. And now I will add this to a search page. So I will just come in and call this the search project page. And this is part of the search screen, and I will go in and I will save this. And I will put in my header, and we are good to go. So to make it easy to get this, I can come in and do my navigation. So this is the first time we look at the navigation. In my navigation here, I have my home page, okay, which is my projects listing. I can add a new screen for searching. Search, yeah, and it will be search for projects. I will now use the page that I've actually done, which is a search project. and I can assign an icon to it so that I can see how it looks like. So let's see, this looks good. Add this one, okay. And I will have a search function to make sure it's consistent. I will put in a column for my home page, and this one will show my home page, which will be my icon here, and I can come in there. Now I can go in and select different look and feel. So for instance, I want this dark menu bar, and I am happy with that. And when I search this, so when I come to my new system, I refresh it, it will suddenly give me an option for my home page and a new option for search. So when I search, I will be able to find my information. Let's say I call it new, and the system will be able to find all the where is the software is new, there's a new HR. And once again, I'm able to drill down to my detail and get to my system. Not bad, eh? Sometimes it's good to build dashboards that are personalized for a particular person role. And the way to do it is to just come in and say, this is my project listing, right? So let's say, for example, in my schedule, I'm going to add a few more interesting things that will help me. Say, for example, I want to add in some indicator. So I can come in and add in an indicator. Say this indicator is for my costs, my schedule status, right? So in my schedule status, I have a lot of icons. Some of the icon is this, this one for schedule, okay? And this comes in and tells me my schedule status. And I can come in, okay, if it's green, it will be on track, right? So I have another status which is on track with minor schedule, and I have one last one which is off track. So if it's off track or delayed, it's delayed, I can come in and put up this schedule. Similarly, I can have another schedule for projects for cost status, right? So within my costs, I can add one more. And this is my cost status. My cost status has 3 values. So it's going to be under green, yellow, and red. Okay, so this is green, yellow, and red. So this gives me the ability to come in and put in my status. Now, of course, I wanted to make sure I have the ability to drill down to my project. So once again, I select my page, which is the project workspace, and I need to pass my ID, which is my project ID, and I am done. So when I save this, I will have a brand new report, which is nicely done. I hope it will have a very nice icon, and it helps me to show the information. But all this is for everybody. What if I wanted one that only shows me all the projects which is waiting for me? So I come in here and I clone this listing, and this is called project that are mine. And what I can do is I can come in and put in only the projects where the project requester is equals to me, the person who's logged in, or where the approver is me, or when the project manager is equals to me. So in this case, it will only show my project schedule. Now I can put in many options. So say for example, if I want to do approval, right? I can specify and say, and create a new icon. Let's make this and say this is my approve icon. And this is an item, approve project. I can use an icon and select from an icon listing. In this case, I'll take a checkpoint and it appear in the first column. And when I do this, I want to make sure I will open up my project table, which is here, and I will edit, and it asks me to pass my ID over, which I need to just quickly pass my ID over, and that gives me approve reject project. Okay, of course I only want to do this when the status, the approval status is equals to pending, not all. Yeah. So now I just need to enable my approval. And I am ready to go. So when I save this, I'm just going to drop this on a new page called my approval page. This becomes my dashboard. And we state it in the title and we are done. So when I come back to my approvals, I'm able to see all my listings. And hey, that's a new one that is waiting for me to be approved. And I can now do the approval in that stage. And sometimes we want to add some reports. We can come into our system and create a new reports. Let's look at projects budget. So I can take my system and look at all my projects. And I would want to group my projects by project category, by departments. So I can select my departments. Okay, and I will count the number of projects that I have, and I will sum the budget that I have allocated. So when I save this, it will give me as part of my projects. This is my project summary by department. And I will just build a chart. So this chart, I will select my project summary by department, and I will select a normal chart, and I will put in my department, and I'm going to do a column chart, and I will look at my budget. So once I've done that, I can set my label, project summary, and horizontal axis is going to be called projects, and the vertical is going to be called budget. Okay, then I can come in and specify how big I want the chart to be. Save this. And now I can drop this onto a page. In this case, I already have created a page earlier called projects, and this will come in, and this is projects by summary by department. Put that in, and when we are done, the system will be able to show us all the projects that we have on our budget.